Huh? Huh? Ah! Hey, I'm Nico, and here's 30 fun facts about Super Mario Odyssey. The very first trailer for Super Mario Odyssey was shown in January of 2017, and this trailer managed to do something insane. It got everyone excited about this new Mario game without ever showing the brand new mechanic for it. Cappy's capture ability. It's amazing how they managed to hide this capture feature for the entire trailer, and they even showed Mario throwing his hat, but never did he throw it on an enemy. The thing is, 6 months later at E3 2017, the trailer started off with Mario using Cappy to hit enemies, flowers, and to break boxes. And even then, they waited until a minute into the trailer to show that the hat could be used to capture creatures and control them. This is a prime example of how to reveal game mechanics through a trailer to create some hype. And oh boy, did it create a lot of hype. During an interview, this infographic was shown revealing that Mario Odyssey would be a 3D game in the vein of Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine. The game was meant for the core gamers and not the casual pick-up-and-go gamers. Kind of funny to see Miyamoto taking a shot at the 4 previous 3D Mario games, saying that Odyssey will be way better. In the demo that was playable at different events including E3, a couple things had different names. For example, the multi-moons were actually called Grand Moons, which is similar to the Grand Stars from Super Mario Galaxy. There was a flash mob that occurred in New York City a couple hours before the game's midnight launch party, and if you were there, you saw a bunch of New Donk City residents dance to Jump Up Superstar. Man, this is so cool! This game features a crap ton of different costumes Mario can wear, and most of them are references to other games, movies, and commercials. I'm not gonna tell you all about this here, but I have an entire video dedicated to the origins of all of the costumes in the game, so you'll definitely want to check that out afterwards. So you know these moons that you get by collecting seeds and planting them in a pot? Yeah, they're annoying because you have to wait for the seed to grow and it takes forever. Well, did you know that you can actually just go to your Switch menu settings and change the time and they will grow instantly? Yeah, it's actually that simple. The Moai enemy located in the Sand Kingdom is actually super cool looking. But did you know that Moais also have a talent for humming some songs? Capture one and just stand there for a minute. And if done right, you'll hear the Moais humming some very famous songs. There's a lot of moons in this game, and sometimes you don't really know where to go to get one. Well, this dude here, Hint Toad, can actually help you out. As you can notice, he is holding a map in his hand, and if we try to take a good look at it, we'll see that the map he's looking at is actually a map from Bob-omb Battlefield from Super Mario 64! That is neat. In this game, Mario has some pretty interesting dreams. If you decide to just chill and you put the controller down, eventually Mario will fall asleep. And if you listen to Mario while he is dreaming, you'll see he dreams of many different pastas. Also, while Mario is sleeping, some birds will actually land on his big nose, and depending on the kingdom this happens in, the birds will be different. In the Cap Kingdom, the bird wears a top hat. In the Cascade Kingdom, well, the bird is red. In the Lake Kingdom, the bird is pink. the Cloud Kingdom features a white dove, and Nicobbq City features gray pigeon. But my favorite one is in the Snow Kingdom, because in this one, instead of a bird, you'll have a penguin standing on your nose. There is an early box art for Super Mario Odyssey that features a different picture on the bottom left corner. Instead of seeing Mario swim like in the final version, this early art features Mario wearing a sombrero. This might have been changed because of a mini controversy that happened before the game was released. There were some people that were offended by Mario wearing a sombrero, saying that this might be a bit racist. In the end, no one really cared that much, but I guess Nintendo really didn't want to offend anyone, so they changed the box art. In the final parts of this game, you'll use Cappy to capture Bowser and turn into a mustache Bow Bow. Well, did you notice that while you're capturing him, there's a bunch of flashbacks appearing on the screen? We can see fights between Bowser and Mario from the NES, SNES, and Nintendo 64 era. This is kinda cool. Do you like the music from the Luncheon Kingdom? Yeah? Well, did you know that they actually used the real cooking utensils to make the song? After beating the game and visiting the Mushroom Kingdom, you'll notice that all of the little toads wear cool hats. One of them even says that Princess Peach is the one that brought hats for everyone. But here's the thing. If you visit the Mushroom Kingdom using this Luncheon Kingdom's painting before you save Princess Peach, you'll see in the background a bunch of toads, but they won't have a hat on. The attention to detail on that one is insane. If you enjoy the Jump Up Superstar song, you can actually sing along with the lyrics by just opening up the game's box. Yeah, all of the lyrics are right there. And even cooler, if you go to the Odyssey and start bouncing on the spinning globe that's next to it, some music is gonna be playing. And guess what? It is Jump Up Superstar. By entering this painting in the Luncheon Kingdom, you'll get to a secret island in the Mushroom Kingdom that is actually referred to as Yoshi's house. You might be wondering what this is all about, as the only thing on the island are a few trees and a fireplace. Well, it's actually a recreation of the Yoshi house level from Super Mario World. Look, everything's there, the trees and even the fireplace. Did you know that there's a secret song that can be played in the pause menu? If you pause the game and go to options, choose mode and then you back out, all of those different clips will play a familiar song when put together. Take a listen. Yup, it's the Comet Observatory song from Super Mario Galaxy. I know, this is way too cool. After you beat the game, you'll receive a pretty cool picture featuring all of the different characters. But this picture has actually been changed when the game was updated to version 1.2. This is the version that added the Luigi balloon minigame, so of course, my boy Luigi was added into the picture. I'm glad to see you, buddy. They didn't forget about you. There is an in-game jump counter that displays how many times you jumped during your gameplay. But weirdly enough, talking to a character actually increases that counter. It's weird, isn't it? The Nicobbq City Festival is a pretty cool part of the game, as you get to celebrate it by playing a little 2D side-scrolling minigame where you avoid barrels and defeat Donkey Kong. This is obviously an homage to the classic Donkey Kong arcade game. The thing is, there's a 1 week-long special event that occurred in 2018, and during that time, you could go to the end section of the festival and you could find a bunch of Captain Toads and Luigi sprites by simply doing some ground pounds. Why, you might ask? Well, it was a celebration of the 1-year anniversary of the game. It is sad that you can no longer do that, but it was a pretty cool thing back then. While you're in Nicobbq City, if you go on top of this big building that's located next to the town hall, you'll notice a bunch of people just relaxing and having fun. But there's also an empty table that contains a computer. If we take a look at the web page this computer is checking out, we'll notice a picture of a moon rock. Yup, the same moon rocks that can be found all over the place in this game before you defeat the final boss. It's kinda cool to see that even the people living in these kingdoms have no clue whatsoever what these weird rocks are supposed to be. And while we're on the topic of secrets hiding in New Donk City, have you noticed that all of the streets are named after a character from the Donkey Kong series? There's Dixie Street, Cranky Avenue, Espresso Street, Ramby Street, Ratley Street, and K. Rool Avenue. Most of the shops are also named after DK characters. For example, Tiny's Piroshkis, Espresso, Candy's Cafe, Banana Bagels, Dixie Theater, and finally, Diddy's Mart. If you go to the top of this very tall building located close to the town hall, you'll find a radio playing music. But what is it actually playing? This sounds familiar. Wait, I got it! It's the athletic theme from Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo! So, you know how there's trees that have raccoon tails in Super Mario 3D Land for 3DS? Well, check this out. If you go to this spot in the Mushroom Kingdom, you'll be able to see one of these trees right there in the wild. It sadly doesn't allow you to become Tanuki Mario, but it gives you a star, so that's kinda cool. The Chinese version of Super Mario Odyssey features a couple changes, but one of the most obvious one is how they censored the pirate costume. No longer does Mario have an eye patch, and the skull on the hat is also missing. That's interesting, I guess. Did you know that if you manage to get 999 moons in Super Mario Odyssey, there's a couple things that will change? For example, the Odyssey will now have a golden balloon, which looks awesome. But that's not all. If you visit the Mushroom Kingdom, you'll notice that Peach's castle now has a cool hat. Get on top of it and use Cappy to see a special cutscene that is only played for that very special occasion. Thank you so much for watching this video, subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next one.